fire the kicks and the punches against those targets. So he got us more into target practice as opposed to make-believing. He would divorce himself from practicing the prearranged katas and say, let's spend more time sparring. Let's do the actual engagement of contact. There was a lot of emphasis in the styles on the key to success is to be able to execute the proper technique with extreme speed, power, and deceptiveness. Bruce would take it a step further. It's not only your ability to execute the technique, but also what do you do when you receive the technique. He believed a lot in toughening the body, conditioning the body, being able to endure the punishment of someone attacking you. And so physical conditioning was very, very much a part of his persona, so to speak.
2 words he gave me, and I didn't really understand it until later on. He says, be alive and alert. Double A. And now I understand what he means. Being alive is always on your toes. You know, whatever you do, boom, you're an inch short of getting me. And being alert, boom, right in.
If you throw a punch, you throw a kick, in my personal opinion, the purpose of that technique is to do damage. Well, Bruce Lee had the same philosophy, so he hooked up like that. So let's see, I met Bruce in '67, we started working together later that year, '67, '68, and then somewhere in '69, when I started working with Bruce, I won like 11 consecutive grand championship titles without losing. I became invincible all of a sudden. Well, Bruce hit me just as my career was peaking anyway, so we kind of complemented each other would be the correct word. Bruce and I were always watching idols of his, such as the boxers, Muhammad Ali, Jack Dempsey, Willie Pep, Stanley Sadler. And what we were watching on film were full contact action, stuff that was working for real fighting, real combat.
He showed me a wrestling book he bought that was printed in 18-something, and the guy put his foot on his opponent's toe, hit him, and then took him down. And he said, hey, look, this is really fighting, stepping on a guy's toe and hitting him and grappling with him.
In 1971, Bruce Lee went to Hong Kong to pursue his film ambitions. Finding instant stardom there, he focused his attention on the art of filmmaking, although he seemed to apply the personal concepts that made him such an exceptional martial artist to his movie career, and with good result. His unexpected death in 1973 put both the martial arts and its movie industry in a state of shock. Nobody has or is expected to replace Bruce Lee in either community. Ultimately, the legacy he left behind is one of inspiration and motivation, by the fact that here was living proof that someone can rise up and exceed the limitations we put on ourselves. And it is safe to say that as long as martial arts exist, so will Bruce Lee. If you've heard of Bruce Lee, then you've also heard of Bruce Lee, the man chosen by numerous film producers to carry on Lee's work after his death.
1970, I get into physical education college, learning gymnastics, judo, and taekwondo, boxing, and Chinese kung fu, Wing Chun, karate. I learned acting to be an actor. But in the beginning, I just a stuntman and a small part actor. The producer, Jimmy Shaw, gave me the English name called Bruce Lee, L.I. But I don't like it because I can act him, but I cannot to be him.
Bruce Lee's emergence into the movie scene immediately raised the standards in fight scenes. Audiences were no longer content with actors who had a few lessons in kicking. They wanted the real stuff, and producers looked high and low for people who fit that bill. One such man was Larry Lee Chin Kyung, a master of the Okinawan style of Goju Ryo. Larry Lee was a Hong Kong karate tournament champion and special fighting instructor for the Royal Hong Kong Police. His credentials seemed to make him a top candidate to go up against Lee at the box office. Unfortunately, Lee's presence was too strong for any potential contender. Anyone who tried seemed to fall by the wayside, at least in the eyes of producers. But this should not take away from Larry Lee's ability. His execution of technique is superb, and in some ways superior to Bruce Lee's. And there's no doubt that he had all the tools needed to become a star in his own right. Maybe if producers and distributors had looked beyond getting a new Bruce Lee, they would have seen unique qualities of Larry Lee. And history would have written the books differently. His name is Jackie Chan. More than once has he been compared to screen legends such as Charlie Chaplin, Buster Keaton, Douglas Fairbanks, Errol Flynn, and even Gene Kelly. The total mastery of his body and anything he touches has held audiences in awe for nearly 2 decades. He has won countless awards for his creative high-wire choreography and stunts. Equally versed in acting, Jackie Chan has become the mark on which standards are set. He has forever changed Chinese films with his unique brand of comedy and acrobatic style of martial arts.
The audience like me just see my movement, maybe my funny face, and these kind of things. So this why I know the audience, they come in to see it to see me. It's to see Jackie Chan. It's not see the double. So this why I decide to do the dangerous stunt myself.
Jackie Chan was born on April 7, 1954. His family came from the Shandong province of China, but later moved to Australia. At 7 years old, Jackie and his family moved to Hong Kong. and was enrolled at the Chinese Drama Academy, where he studied Chinese opera and martial arts for 10 years.
My father was moved to Australia, so I just stay in the school. We pay $30, and that time $30 for a month, and just from 5 o'clock in the morning training until midnight, 12 o'clock. Some teacher teach you kicking, knife fight, everything.
Overnight stardom did not come for Jackie Chan. If anyone can say they paid their dues, it's Jackie. Starting with bit roles, he worked his way up, slowly but surely.
小孩子们让他们去吧，大老爷，人善被人欺，马善被人骑呀。算了算了。崔明，对面那女什么人？哦，您问的是对面的那个。就是那个长得雪白粉嫩，黑森森的头，香喷喷的口，脆弯弯的眉，冷清清的眼，那么2只金莲一点点。对，就是他。什么人？您问我啊？他啊？不知道。
And that time I just the timing is not so good. Sometimes the action movie coming up, everybody want to watch the action movie, but they finally almost every movie is same. Fighting. No reason fighting. Why you look at me, then keep fighting. 5-10 minutes, the audience get boring.